I always come late.
Hey, that's why we stay late.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. How can we help you?
She came too.
Good.
Twice.
Who's Jessica?
That's me.
Hi, Jessica. I'm James.
Yes, sir.
It's good to meet you. So you're
Likewise.
running. What are you running for?
It's Kirbys City Council.
It's Kirbys City Council. Can you tell me what your platform is?
Really don't have a platform. This is my first time in politics ever. So it's all new to me, and it's all going to be a lot of learning for me too.
Okay. What's your goal?
I've been here since 2002. I've lived in Kirbys. Thank you, Ms. Grady.
Bye. Bye-bye.
So,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I can't say my goal is the streets because that has a lot of things to do with it. I can't say my goal is to fix all the corruption and whatever you want to call it. It's a teamwork.
That's the mayor, by the way.
Where? Oh, that's the mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, mayor! Mayor! Hey! I just moved here! Hey, family! Oh, I wanted to meet you, man! Hey, I wanted to meet you. I just moved here. I'm James. It's good to meet you.
You moved here. What street you
Right up, I don't know the street. The U-Haul's down the road. I don't remember the street name. You can come down. Do you want to come down and meet the family?
You came to the council meeting yesterday, but I thought you said you didn't live here.
Me? I just moved here.
Oh.
No. I can't. I don't know the name of the street because I actually came all the way from Arizona.
meeting you.
Do you want to come down and meet the family? The family is down at the house.
You.
Do you want
Nice meeting you.
We'd love to have you meet the family. No? My wife would love to meet you. The kids. My daughter is an aspiring dirty politician. She'd love to meet you. You're her idol.
Sir, I haven't actually done anything. I've actually been fighting for the rights, for transparency. So, sorry that you don't even
Oh, no. I'm not mad at you, man. I ain't mad one bit. I'm not mad one bit. You're our idol. Like, for real. Look, I'm into controlling other people. I love doing it. I love to arbitrarily control everybody around me. Which is why next time around, I'm going to run for council. So I love what you're doing, man. I really do. Like, these people around here, they're fucking stupid. They gotta have somebody smart like you to fucking tell them what to do, boss them around. And look, you took that job and you're doing a good job of it.
I want to call my residents.
No, well, I mean, if they weren't, why do they have you making all their choices for them? Right? Why would we elect? But why would we?
Sir, I'm so sorry.
But why would
Thank
we
you
elect
for
other
everything.
people to make the rules
And
for us?
I remember you yesterday from the council meeting. Nice seeing you again.
Hey, it's great to meet you, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Good. Came out for the meet and greet.
Oh, yeah.
The other folks left.
Right.
Oh, were you guys done at 3? Figure's always late. I always come late.
Hey, that's why we stay late.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. How can we help you?
She came too.
Good.
Twice.
Yeah, we went over there once.
I've seen you before.
Me?
Yeah.
Her? Me? Her?
Could be.
You were at the council meeting Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, good.
I'm coming back. I was gone for a little bit.
Okay.
And see what's finding out. Right? Do all kinds of conversations.
Okay, good.
Finding out a lot of stuff's going on that should.
Absolutely. Are you guys looking? Are you looking into it and kind of considering?
I don't know if you have just a regular resident has any power to do that. But bring it to the council.
Talk to
the council.
Okay.
Tell us what's happening.
David,
Yeah. Well, I think that you have like a lot more control and more power than you might think. You know, because like with this, we elect who makes those kinds of decisions and who are in those positions. And the important thing is transparency, so that you know what's going on behind the scenes.
Oh, it's not by district.
Right, no.
Okay.
Not here in Kirby, we're too small.
And that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
All the
your
other ones were voted
platform?
in. I didn't
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
my main thing is
All right. Well,
Voted for some other people.
spending.
okay.
But I agree with your signing.
You saw that, right?
Right.
I think there's
Absolutely. And I think they thought that I was a panhandler. So they came out and threatened to arrest me, and they told me that they were going to. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then she said that because it's private property.
Yes, but it's gonna.
She's an officer, McLary.
I think
Officer McLary and Lee came
They're all
out.
fairly
said
new,
that
so I'm not
when
sure
they were
if
going to
they-
give a $4 raise.
Okay. Yeah, she said, and I have it on video where she said that I'm on private property, so I had to leave.
$1,000 on Christmas time.
private property.
Okay.
Yes.
She wants to spend money
Exactly.
on
Exactly.
the senior center, which the senior center is self-funded.
Again.
Exactly, and you can't, with public, it's so important for the people to be able to redress your grievances, to be able to talk about your concerns, to, you know what I mean? And they can't silence you because they don't like what you're saying.
But
Oh.
they provide breakfast.
Oh, there it is. It has a big wow. I wonder if this is controllable.
It was buzzing the night.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yep. Right on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's the problem that we're running into. There's not a lot of support from the residents.
All right, sorry. So the senior center.
And the best way to get the support from the residents is by, well, yeah, door knock, talking to them, but then also being transparent and finding out what they want and the problems that they've had so you can address them. And
Yeah, because I've helped campaign, with my friends, and I've gone door to door, and people are just fed up. They're tired of it. It's not going to make a difference, so they're not going to vote anymore. And it's
So,
sad.
because it's like, why vote for the lesser of two evils? That's why they're like, they're not have faith in the system anymore, and when it's supposed to be run by the people. And
What's happening in the nation's happening in Kirbys.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hi.
The city is going to have some expenses.
Amanda.
Hi, I'm Chris. I don't see. Oh yeah, that's great.
But how can you tell me?
Here, why don't I
that
get
is
over here so you
wrong?
can see me too?
There you go.
Got a $4 raise because they're only making $16.
It is.
16 an hour?
That's what they were making. City council voted on giving them a $4 raise. Our mayor threw a fit because you're going to break the city by giving them.
Right, there's no expectation of privacy when you're out in public, especially City Hall. Like the steps of City Hall is traditional for like protesting and for anything, for the people. So to have a cop come out and tell me, because it was the acting city manager, I forgot his name, Anthony something maybe.
That's why
Yes.
decided to take all the board members out.
The one right now? His name is Mr. Martinez.
Yes, that's exactly who it was. He came out initially and said, well, they're not comfortable with you panhandling, so you have to leave. And so I was just like, okay, well, then two cops came out and they told me.
How can I?
Right. Well, they assumed they thought that I was panhandling. But regardless, even if I was, you still have a right to do that. And so he came out and said that, and then the two cops threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave.
Yeah, so the way that worked out, right? I heard it was like they were saying they're trying to solicit, right? And I mean, we have permits for that type of stuff. You can solicit. You just have to go get a badge.
Yeah, and even without that, I mean, with the Constitution, you were able to stand in public. And,
in a public spot, absolutely. And see, when I saw it, because I saw a picture of the sign actually posted online, and I mean, it's just a change needed. So I wasn't exactly under the impression or whatever that, I mean, specifically you were talking about quarters and nickels, I mean, I had every intention that you were talking about city government. So, I mean.
Absolutely. But even so, it wouldn't even matter. I could, so literally, and I actually told the cop, I said, you have $1? I'm soliciting. Now, you just can't do that. You can't take somebody and threaten to arrest them for being on the sidewalk, essentially, in a public place. And then she said because it was private property is what she said.
See, they really try to make a deal about certain things like that, because I got to tell you, like, even when it comes to like public parks and stuff, I mean, we've had really long discussions about things of that nature when it comes to even to Gmail, like, because we do rent them to parks during certain times, and, they kind of, sometimes are like, well, these people, we had to move them around, we had to practice,
get off city.
So, I mean, I can understand what you're saying. You know?
Yeah. And see, the thing is that it started out with myself hearing about a lot of the stuff that was going on with, I don't know, if one of the ladies who spoke, Pina is her name, with all the stuff on the road.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard about that. So I'm like, okay, they can't be as bad as it seems. Let me check it out and just see, for myself if they're really as bad as they're making it seem. So that's why I went and I held the sign. And then that happened to me. So it just sort of reaffirms everything. So I'm hoping that whoever ends up getting elected will be more about transparency.
Yeah, of course. And try to address those types of issues. I understand entirely. I mean, obviously, like, I don't know if you've seen some of the old, council meetings. But I mean, even 2 meetings ago, I was pressing that we, at least do an investigation into the policies and procedures of the police. Just to ensure that everything's being followed to a T.
And nobody should be against that. Like, who would be against? Why would anyone be against doing an investigation and just making sure things are running the way they should?
I hate to tell you, it didn't pass. So I mean, there's some people who were not.
That's very telling.
But yeah. So I mean, if you could go watch the votes on that one. I mean, it didn't pass, and it was kind of disappointing that it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right on.
Vote whatever the mayor wants.
What?
Give you the names so you can see it.
No, not at all. I spoke to the guy yesterday or whatever.
Can I sit right there? I'm a ginger and I don't like the sun. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please, by all means.
The sun is my kryptonite.
But we need to get rid of those puppets, and we need to get city council members.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, no, go right ahead.
Abolishing Kirby city government.
I'm not quite sure on that. Sometimes I think it's a good thing, but
well, here let me pose it to you like this. It seems that the Kirby city government has enough power that if the wrong people are in power, they could do some pretty bad things to the citizens, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's kind of bizarre to think that maybe we should give people this much power and hopefully we can just put good people in there, right?
Well, that's what we're hoping.
So maybe we should just revoke all the power and say, you know what, nobody gets to rule anybody.
And then what will we fall under?
San Antonio, yes. Right.
And then you'd fall under the rule of San Antonio.
I was gonna say one level, it's like peeling an onion.
when I go to the circus every Thursday, sometimes I think
That is the circus, isn't it?
Yes, and I hate to say this, and I might be wrong, and I'll probably lose my election because of this, but I'm going to tell you one thing. The bad thing about it, I call it a circus because we have a clown running. Okay, that's why it becomes.
That's racist.
No, it's
I'm
not.
just kidding, bro. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. A clown is a clown. When you have somebody being unprofessional, I got asked this question a few minutes ago.
Look, I haven't been in there, but I've seen it online, and it is definitely.
Till she left when we were trying to talk to her.
Of course.
I've been to hundreds of meetings and viewed hundreds of meetings. I've never seen a show like the Kirby show. Jerry Springer needs to host it.
Yes, absolutely. I just got asked this question. What would you do as a city council member about the unprofessionalism that happens during the meetings?
That's a racist question too, but
Yes.
go on.
Okay. And my answer to that is, okay, if you want professionalism in any place, you have to start at the top. Okay? You have to set the example, and that hasn't happened yet. Okay?
You got a 3-year-old at the top.
Huh?
You got a woman who acts like a 3-year-old at the top.
Absolutely.
Which I think is funny. It's hilarious, bro. It's great.
From an entertainment perspective.
How can I tell my people to be professional when I'm not doing it? Yeah. Okay, if they want professionalism at the Kirby City Council meetings, it starts at the top. She runs the meetings. Okay, so people are gonna lead by example. Okay, and now she has that other 3-pack that runs with it. Okay, I don't know if clowns have assistants or whatever you call them.
They do.
But, okay.
Well, they
More
often run in packs of 3, actually.
Because
one clown's a party, more than that is a circus.
If you look at the city council meetings, there is a councilwoman. When it's her turn to vote, she will turn.
And look at the...
Yes. never ask a question.
She had no idea what's
Sits
going
there,
on. Huh?
looks dumbfounded, like she like.
You know what?
Where am I tonight?
That describes
Is it-
most of the
is this the
citizens of the
VFW?
world.
She's
Where
like
I
the
go
Tiffany
and drink?
Henyard of Texas.
Is this the VFW where I go drink, or am I at city council? Okay.
You know that describes
And again-
most of the citizens in this world, right?
Well-
when it comes time to vote, they look at somebody else
But
and go,
all, but
what should I do?
But not all the citizens are in the Kirbys City Council. Okay. If you're going to be in City Council, our expectations are a lot more than that.
I think you think that people expect more from Kirby City Council.
Well, you would think so. Right?
Maybe you would.
I did not vote for him expecting not to do his job. Right?
I tried.
So
Of course.
if you two get voted in, will they have a majority?
Yes.
No matter what, they're gonna have a
Okay, and then you two, is there anybody who agrees with you two? That's either on council or running for council?
We have a council person who I think is very level-headed.
Who's that?
Ms. Lozano.
Lozano?
You know.
How many council members are
Of
there
that
total?
four-pack.
Well, she was part of that round.
Yeah.
And,
But Ms. Lozano.
but I think she's coming.
But then she started thinking for herself?
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's kind of how it's
Right. And I respect her because she has made some good decisions. Okay. And I think she is very level-headed. I would vote for her anytime because she has proven that she can do things on her own.
You would vote for her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anytime.
All right.
Okay. Because she has proved to me that she can work on her own. She can make her own vote. She can make her own decision, and the decisions that she's made, you know, have been good decisions.
Do her
for
decisions affect your daily life?
whose decisions?
What's her name?
Ms.
again?
Lozano? Of course.
Her decisions affect your
It
daily
affects
life.
everybody.
Why wouldn't you want to make your own decisions for your daily life? Why would you choose someone else to make them
Well,
for you?
when
In
it
hopes
comes,
that they'll do it the way you want.
well, because when it comes to city issues,
Uh-huh.
they're the ones who have the authority to make the votes.
Authority or power?
Well, that's a form of government.
It's a form of government,
Okay,
right?
so it's not really authority; it's just power. It's like
Well, yes.
it's like somebody
Right.
told them if you don't do what they say, they get to beat the shit out of you.
They get to control the money that they take from you.
So kind of like
Basically.
so exactly.
That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on, I'll tell you,
But
government runs sometimes just like that.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I
But-
mean, yes, they take our tax dollars, right?
Yeah.
And then they say this is how they can be best utilized for you. And so, sometimes they do it without even taking a poll. You know what I mean? So, or without talking to citizens. I mean, you know, I've tried my very best to actually go down the line and be like, okay, what do you guys think would be the best situation for the money that we're taking? Hey, I've done everything I can to help people fight their property taxes because I know there's something that people deal with all the time. You know, the idea behind us pulling all our money together to fix something or to do something, it should affect as many people in a positive way as it possibly can.
Do you think that we should be able to pool anybody's money without their consent? Like, for example, all of us here, maybe most of us decide we want to pool our money for something, but Amanda says, you know what, I don't actually consent. Do you think she should be able to opt out and say, you know what, I don't want to voluntarily contribute to your police force?
I mean, in certain instances, I somewhat do feel that way. I mean, you know what, I have to tell you, I pay school taxes. I've been paying school taxes for 10 plus years. Number one, I don't have any kids. Okay, so I get school taxes taken out even in that nature. But number two, I've been banned from all JISD properties. And I got banned because the certain people joined school board. There were certain people who pressed to have certain activities done to a point where they were like, hey, guess what? We're going to write very specific ordinances or policies to ensure that people like you can't be there. Okay? Well, that's fine. Keep me out of the schools. But then give me back my tax revenue.
Yeah. I've got 6 kids. I've been paying into the school system for all of my life, and all of our kids are homeschooled. But we still pay for it.
I mean, you know, wouldn't it be better to, if you're going to homeschool your children, to have the school the money for supplies, to better educate them and, you know, take them to Gettysburg instead of just explain it to them?
Which is exactly what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, in that scenario, again, how much are you involved in? And you're not trying to set the policies for the school systems. You're not saying that you deserve to be there or belong there. But at the end of the day, if they do take your tax revenue, why not? If your kid doesn't want to go to school at the school, but wants to play football for the football team, why can't he?
Yep.
That's a good question.
We are working towards that in a lot of states around the country too. I have no idea where Texas is at on that.
Yeah.
But they're working on school choice, which basically makes it so that if you're, well, first off, I don't think it should be taken from us in the first place. But now they're saying, all right, we're going to take your money.
Hi.
We're going to
Nice
take
to
your
meet
money,
you.
but if you just we'll give back a certain sum, like $7,000.
I'm not sure. Probably YouTube.
And you get to allocate it where you
I'll
want.
take it. I'll put it in
homeschool, public school,
out in the Kirby group.
whatever it is. And that's, to me, I mean, it's better than just taking
I'd
it
rather
and
not
get what
right now,
you
but it's
get.
up to you.
But I think we should just stop robbing everyone.
Because
And let me tell you
Just
something.
I understand this
I look
retaliation
at it like this.
issues.
Prior to city council,
I mean, after that, I
before I
would
was
love
ever
for
on
it to
city
be.
council, I was running things for
Trust me.
community
I see what
projects.
you're saying.
And so the first
Right.
community project that I decided to
I appreciate
run
y'all
was to
coming
fix
out
the tables
course. When is-
at
When's the election?
because we had basically some
Early
rundown
voting
tables.
starts in
I
April
grew up
2nd.
here. Those
The
tables were
election
run down
is
when I was
May
a kid.
4th.
And 20 years later,
Okay,
they're
okay.
going through the same issues. And
Win
as
or
of
lose,
now, they
you can
probably
put
need
it
some
on.
boards
Right
replaced
on.
even now. And it's only been, what, like 3
I have
years?
no, I mean,
It's
I
how it
didn't
goes.
lie.
If they just don't
I'm not
continually
saying
get
the wrong
maintained,
thing,
they
but
start
people
to
are
deteriorate.
taking
Just
it.
like
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
But
And what happened
because
was,
I believe in
polled the
honesty, it's
community.
okay. If it's
I
true,
asked
I don't
them
care
if
what
they would
anybody
be more
says.
than willing to
Right.
do these types of
But
things.
because of my
You know,
election,
and next thing you know, I asked for
trust me,
donations.
we
And guess
want to get
what?
our food.
It was no different.
We try
Yes.
to get our food. It's very
Thousands of
important.
dollars. I think $2,000 is what I made.
Right, I feel you.
I
And
feel
my
if
maid,
me
I
and
ended
Chris
up
and
taking
Jack
that
get
money.
in,
I ended up doing the
it's a
tables.
good start.
I did them as cheap as
It is.
possible. Right?
Absolutely.
Me and some
I agree.
volunteers.
But that's
and
what
then
I'm
what we
saying is,
did from there.
not
we
that-
took the rest
not
of
that
money and
I
said, hey,
regret
guys,
saying anything I
know y'all
said.
said this,
Right,
but
right.
it
Just
cost
want to do
much,
whatever you
I have
can
this
to
much
get
excess
Yeah.
voters on your
What
side.
do you
Yeah,
want to do?
because see,
And
that-
we
like
tried
I
to
said
do
in
stuff to
Chris,
the
if
gazebo.
me,
We got a
you,
whole
and
bunch
Jack
of
can
mulch
get in
and
there.
plant flowers and made it
Next year we
beautiful for a
get
little
one
while
more in
when it was
there, we
leaning.
will have the
We were trying to
majority
fix
of it.
that, but it was going to be
But we need to
$8,000, way
start
too
here.
expensive. We didn't have a
Right
budget
now.
for it. So
And
the next
I
thing
guess
that came
at least get 3 of us in
abound
there
was
this
getting the
year.
pool chairs.
Yeah.
And then,
So
or at least
I
2, and then
we
next
tried
year
to figure
we'll
out a
get
way
1 or 2.
to secure
Yeah,
Then
the
we'll have
majority.
and that's
so
what
many
I'm
pool
shooting
chairs for the pool.
to have the
And at that
majority.
point, I found an apartment
Okay.
complex that
A
was
lot of
trying to
these
sell
things
out
we
some
just
pool
talked
chairs,
I
get
feel
rid
you.
of a whole lot.
But other than that, I appreciate you.
And I went and I
really
said, okay,
appreciate
well, we got
what
this
you
extra
said.
money. Who wants
Thank
to
you.
spend
I
on
mean,
pool chairs?
I know
And, you
it's tough to
people
do
started
this.
going, oh yeah, let's do that, let's do that. Oh,
But
yeah,
you
That's
know
the
what?
point, is to kind of find towns like this
That's exactly
Right.
what we did.
Yeah.
that
Next thing
need
you know,
this
now,
type of
you know,
exposure when the
Exactly.
citizens don't really want to do it because you understand, like,
Yeah, because we live.
People did not
We
live
have
here.
to deal with
And
this.
if they say don't
utilize it.
shit where you eat or something like that.
Especially
Yeah.
without taxation.
110%.
That's why I'm not the board.
And you know what's funny?
Somebody
Somebody
senior
literally
citizen.
stated one time
Why?
too. This is
Because
how
that's
taxes are supposed to work.
Because
This
that
is
holds
how
them
taxes are
accountable.
supposed to work.
Yeah.
And they'll find ways to do it.
Opt out if you
Right.
want.
I mean, Jack's a
And if
good
it did
example.
work like that, then
Yeah.
we wouldn't have what we have going on right now. The reason that they don't
No, I get it. I
Oh,
understand too.
shit
But you know what?
what we
If they
want
look
is because
at
they don't have to.
Absolutely.
Because
I
they'll
know
keep
Jack.
getting our money whether we like it or not.
their day one,
And they're doing
Yeah.
it. And they're doing it.
I feel you. And
If you don't think it's a gunpoint,
they
sign
feel
up.
threatened.
yeah, I just
and they
think,
should. But let me
Right.
tell
I
you
think one of the
thing,
bigger
you know
issues
what?
that even happen
Kirby,
within here,
you know,
I mean,
picked the
I try my
wrong
best
battle.
to vote on
Wrong
things that
person to fight.
you know, in the
I said,
best
I'm
interest
glad
of the
they did.
community.
I'm glad they
And
did.
I have to tell you, like, there were
I
a
know
couple
Jack.
times where I was
They
like,
won't
man,
go
there's
through
no
it.
way that this is
Ain't
ever
nobody
going to
gonna
make it.
stop
And
it.
it
Absolutely.
totally
Yeah,
did.
you're right
So,
about
like,
that.
we
So,
voted on
you know
fitness
what?
instructors.
They were
To
dumb,
pay fitness instructors
stupid,
to
for
do fitness classes.
trying to
And I'm
pick a
like,
fight with you.
I don't
Yeah.
quite understand
But
that
oh well,
situation.
that was
And
it.
They did
I
it,
said,
yeah.
I remember
And you
saying,
know, for
listen,
years for
what
being
if
like,
I
okay,
wanna
Kirby
run
school,
something
tell
at
me
the
or
pool,
whatever,
and I
and
want
then
pool for free.
this
I mean,
administration.
And I want
and you know what?
You know,
when I say
have
you
margarita
don't
machines and we'll
mess
sit in the
with
pool and
Jack, it's
drink
not
margaritas.
because
Like, why
I'm
are we
scared
catering
of
to those
him.
people?
I'm
Because
scared
I
of
promise
his
you, if we
knowledge.
cater to those people,
Okay?
I'll get
His
a huge
experience
group. I promise
and
you. If I do this on a
his
weekly
knowledge.
basis,
That's what
I'm
I
gonna
would
do
do.
He's fearless. He'll take a
it
rap
was
for
like-
Oh
something.
yeah,
Like,
I know
he'll-
he will. Yeah,
Why
you
is it
know.
so
But
ridiculous?
the
Why is
thing
it so
is,
ridiculous
they
to
should
cater
be
to the
worried
maximum amount of
because
people
of his
with their
experience
tax
and his
dollars?
knowledge.
You know, I get that some people want to be healthy. I get that some people want to try
Yeah.
to
That's why they don't like him
incorporate it
nowhere.
too. But,
Definitely.
you know, I mean,
Right, because they know he's right.
Our current mayor
People
was just
don't
literally
like to be
walking
held
the trail and bringing
Yeah.
people with
You
him.
know,
And
they
then it
don't want
costs
to be
nothing.
called out.
You know,
And he
and
will,
now
in a
it's all
heartbeat.
this
He
stuff
has
where it's
no
all
problem
this
doing
city
that.
revenue
We've
has
seen
to
it. I've seen
create
him in action.
everything.
Yeah.
I
Everything
like
has to
it.
be paid for by the
Right
city.
on.
The, you know, the
And-
the
and-
Yeah, in
black,
fact,
the Kirby PD
pretty sure
signs have to be paid for and sponsored by the city.
But-
Like, you know,
know
anybody
what?
can make a sign that
it's-
says that. Why? You know, what is
Yeah.
the issue?
No,
Is that
absolutely.
really serve
Absolutely.
the
That's why I'm
purpose
here.
of the majority
But you know what?
of
When
the
people
community?
have to
And
go up to
that's
that
the stuff that really gets to. I want to make sure that,
You know what?
that we
They're
all
desperate.
have equal access
They're
to city
afraid.
service. And it's the number one
And
thing I've ever pushed, and I believe
power
it
hungry.
now as much as I ever did.
If they have to go to that,
All
you know what? That tells me a lot.
Here, let me give you some paperwork.
You know, they're threatened by us.
Yeah.
And they should.
They They should be.
Not afraid to say it. I've been passing these out.
I'm not even voting.
Oh, I know
I
you're
live
not.
in New Mexico.
But I'm not. Listen,
and I wouldn't vote anyways.
it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, read the back of that. Because I will tell you,
I'll take one if you don't mind.
I've been passing these out for 3 years, and I have not changed my position.
Is there
not
anything we
once.
can do about that?
No. What's wrong with it? Dude, right now this is a public forum. We're in a public space. I'm not worried about it here. You know, if they were doing that in my backyard, I'd have a problem.
Doing what? Oh.
No worries.
Anyways, I got better things to do than watch that drone.
Were you concerned about the drone there, or?
Well, I'm just wondering. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
just wondering about it. That's all.
Yeah,
I wonder who it is.
that's what I
It's
want.
probably the mayor, but I mean, you look.
Probably
We
your
want
ops.
rights.
All
We
the
want
ops.
rights. We need to respect other
That's
people's
right.
rights.
That's
And you know
all.
what? We're in public.
And stand by what you
And
say.
I
You
agree
know.
with you. If I were in my backyard, you might be catching a shotgun to the drones. But in my backyard, like, you know, doing the dirty with my wife or my girlfriend or both, you know, I'd get mad.
Right?
What?
I said, I want for Janisha anytime. We have the best mayor there is.
Yeah. You're not being
Your
held
nose
a
is growing,
gunpoint right now,
Pinocchio.
are you?
No. Anyways, you guys have a good
You're
day.
gonna vomit
You
in
too.
a pot to vomit in?
Oh yeah, it's past 3.
So I've been to one of your city meetings, but it was through Zoom. I was the one popping my shirt off and taking bong rips on the TV up front.
You know, man, I got to tell you, I'm still for Zoom meetings. I'm still for Zoom meetings. I'm still for what's it called?
It's like if you have to go to the meeting, why not be able to do it in your pajamas?
Writing in.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
We started getting some complaints that people were scared to show up to the meetings. But my idea is, like, if we really truly believe that, then why on earth do we get rid of Zoom? Why on earth do we get rid of writing in? I mean, all those things gave people a voice. The same idea for 5 minutes. I get it that, you know, some people don't want to stay there until midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. And listen, that's not my preference. It's not my preference. I mean, you know, I like to get up, and do things. But, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I ran for a reason. And, you know, and if it takes till 2 to handle the city business, and that's what I got voted in to do.
So I don't think that you should really take what I want into consideration because I don't live here.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you what I would like to see,
Okay.
and you can just, and then maybe you can see if other residents feel the same way, who actually it does affect. I would like to see better video and audio equipment for the city meetings because that could be a Netflix hit. Okay, I mean this is like real life Jerry Springer for hours every week, but the video and audio quality is just garbage. You guys could be running a multi-million-dollar production.
Yeah,
You know,
it would help fix
just
the
by
streets.
acting the way that, and so that's what I would
I
like.
guess, yeah. Let me tell you, actually, believe it or not, it was like about 4 years ago. They didn't even film the meetings. They were all done by just audio, and the audio was very garbled. And the worst part was it was posted online in one single thread. So like a 3-hour, 4-hour meeting, you gotta like every little bit to hope you get like within that time limit that you were trying to look for. It was a really bad situation. And I was the first one to bring the cameras into the council meeting. And I made a YouTube channel about it, and I broke it up in 12-minute increments so we could easily find the parts we needed. I mean, and then I would make, a whole playlist so everybody would see all the stuff. I mean, I did these things because I wanted people to be more involved. And realistically, I know that people call it, a circus, and it's all been crazy and all that. But realistically, the fact is people are watching and they're involved.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you that to me is I'm not happy with the situation, but I'm happy with the idea that there are people who are still involved. They're still watching. They're still checking us out. I'm not to say that we should be nationally recognized or having people come in from other states or cities, but it doesn't really bother me whatsoever. I mean, honestly, I just want to get us back into a situation where we're doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, realistically, I want to see that we're allowing people to talk whenever they need to, so they can define and explain what they need to, and we'll just get it to that point. And then, we're not going to have as much of an issue. Our meetings will be, boring. They'll just be city business.
Have you considered running for mayor?
But the third time, I've run for mayor twice already. Actually, I've lost twice.
It's interesting that really shows what the community really wants at that time.
I get you on that end. I haven't lost by a lot, I will tell you that. And a lot of times, I mean, you know, I get chastised for a lot of things, so, and I get blamed for a lot too. So, I mean, surprisingly, I'm still on council. So, I mean, there's that. You know?
I'll tell you what, man, it's been my experience that the majority of the population doesn't want anything close to freedom and liberty. And it sounds like you want to push things closer to freedom and liberty. And the genuine fact of the matter is, I don't think a lot of people really want that. Yeah. They want the perceived safety of having somebody rule them and take care of everything.
I hate to say it, I don't believe in the TSA mindset. I really don't. It really bothers me to have an idea that you know, people don't want to have a voice in their own situations. I got to tell you, I mean, you take my tax dollars. I want to ensure that, you know, that my roads are getting done, the ways ins and outs, and that everybody around me is being taken care of, and that we're providing everybody with adequate services, whether it be police or fire or water or anything else. It's useful. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, call me an idealist, but it doesn't make any sense for us not to be involved in all that and to not want that. I mean, listen, you don't want it until you're completely on the other side. What happens when, as a city, we decide to completely shut off the water or completely get rid of the police department or do something like that now affects you entirely? Then what? You know, that's the issue. So, I don't know. I feel like it could be better. That's all. And I want it to be better. Oh, yeah, we have to.
But he told me he knows where all the
Oh. Okay.
I like you, man.
I appreciate it.
And I hate all government. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I get you. I just want to make
That's what it's called.
I came here just to be a dick and just to troll everybody. I like you, man.
It's a little different to have gotten into this position by some of that, to be honest.
Sorry,
it's been really difficult because of that type of stuff, to be honest.
I think the idea behind government initially is supposed to be so that the people can sort of, you know, take care of their own things, you know what I mean, and not have it turn into some kind of a dictatorship, or you know what I mean. And especially small communities like this, it's important to have you guys, you know, make those kind of decisions.
I believe it. You know what? And again, like I continually say, you know, I want to see more involvement. And you know what? And that doesn't. And it means more community. Again, if you read the back of those things, it's always those same points, because it's truly my belief that that's the road to fixing that whole situation. Or all the stuff that we have issues with in this city is if we can really just follow those little points. Where we have more community projects, more community outreach, where we start to bring people together, where we feel comfortable around the people we're around. I mean, what a lot of people seem to like to do nowadays, even in this political arena, is literally just pinpoint, like, this is why no one should like you, and why no one should like you. And I'm sitting here going like, hey, listen, we should probably find a way to just figure out how we can be okay with each other. We may not have to always like each other or the decisions we all make, but we should be able to come together at some point, no matter what that is. So that's my belief. Hopefully we get there. I hope we get there. You know what? I'll keep running until we do. That's how I look at it. You know, but it's just crazy. I mean, some of the other people that are running, I hope you win. Got plenty of information from them too. See if they had the exact same feelings.
That would no.
They ran away.
I feel like she was getting like manipulated by the mayor, and she was just kind of like, I guess, you know, I've never really done this before.
I asked her what her platform is. She had no idea. She had no idea why she was running or what she intended to do. Not a clue.
Well,
and she even said that,
that's what she told me.
Oh my gosh.
Not us.
Did you guys get to talk to Mr. Grant? He's also running.
We got here right before we came over here.
And then we tried talking to the mayor, and then we turned around and they were gone.
Okay.
And the mayor didn't want to talk to us either. I told her I got my family up the road. My wife and kids would love to meet you. They idolize corrupt politicians. She didn't. I don't know why she didn't want to talk.
Yeah, I understand.
But I came over to troll you guys just the same. I didn't come over here to be nice to you. I came over here to be a dick.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what I do. But you know what? You chose to take that platform.
How dare you be sensible?
Yeah. People are going to be like, well, I want this guy. We need this guy to run for governor. We need him to run for president. We need him to. You take so.
Well, yeah. I mean, in reality, man, you know, we gotta be idealistic at some points. And truly, I believe that Kirby has every opportunity to be great in just community. Because I got to tell you, we've had some tough times. I mean, when we had the what's it called during the winter storms, Yeah, basically all of our what's it called? All of our electricity went out.
Power surge or
But the problem was, I think we have like old
generators or surges or
those little things that are on the top of the poles. They have to like manually go up and turn them on or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue was with they were still handling everybody else around San Antonio because we were having major issues with all that stuff, right? So when we were doing all that, the biggest problem that we were having was, unfortunately, we were like one of the last people to get our stuff back put on, So, I mean, during that time, I mean, you should have seen anybody who had internet or had an ounce of generator or some wood or something to help people. People who didn't have like meals, they were like, you know what, I have a gas stove, come and cook on my house and come and bring this and we can do this. And, if you need help with eggs, like one of the local businesses went and bought from her distributor tons of eggs and milk, and some people couldn't get, and she was like, come over and buy from me, and she was selling it at cost, like she wasn't making any money on it. I mean, all that stuff was just happening, and it was so fluid, and it was so like nobody had to ask anybody for it to be that way, and it was truly a wonderful community experience in a really bad situation.
That's a perfect example of how a voluntary system works.
Yeah, I believe you in that. And the hope, like I'm telling you, the hope is that we're never all going to agree where the money needs to go. And realistically, like I say, that's why you don't hear me saying that it all needs to go to this or it all needs to go to that, or I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. Truly what I believe is that we need to spend it to make the biggest impact, the biggest positive, influential impact on the community. When we spend our money, that's how we need to look at it. Whether that means seniors or families or kids or all of them all together. That's how these things need to happen. And really, truly, that's what we need to do. So hopefully we get there. And, I mean, obviously it's not going to happen this run because we have, a 4 and there's only 3 running. So no matter what, we could have favorable people all line up in there and it would still be a thing. But, that is the big hope and expectation.
I'll be right back, man. I'm so sorry.
I
really love.
I got to start shutting down anyway.
All right,
I was
thank
supposed
you.
to leave at 3.
Oh man, I appreciate everything.
Hey, no
It was
problem.
nice meeting you.
You too, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Hey, here's that drone.
I just wanted. Yeah. What are you doing here? Got a call. What'd you get a call for? Drone in the air. Oh, really? Who called you?
Yeah, well, this gentleman did.
He called you?
Yeah.
To tell you there's a drone in the air?
Yes, sir.
Is that illegal?
No.
Did you call the police?
Yes, I did.
Because there was a drone in the air?
Yes.
I just didn't know, but they explained to me. Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
There's nothing they can. But you would prefer that the police do something to your neighbor, even though your neighbor hasn't harmed you?
Well.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have called them, right?
Well. All right. So there's nothing illegal about it. Do you know who's fine? This pastor did explain it.
But yes, I did call him because I wasn't sure. I don't know what
So when you're not sure about something, the very first thing that you do is you go to your government.
And it's not illegal to
Shut
call
up.
the police. It's not illegal to call the police.
So I was talking to him.
Okay,
So
I'm letting you know that he's
when-
allowed to call the police if he
Look,
wants to.
he's
I'm not
campaigning.
sure
I'm
what
trying
the
to tell
law.
people about his
I
platform.
was not sure what the law can do about it.
Okay.
That's
So-
why I called because I wasn't sure.
So
You
instead
would
of calling
meet
a
me at the
lawyer,
police department and talking to me.
Actually, I'm waiting for. He said 5 minutes. There's a friend of mine that knows more about this, and you'll be here. If you have the time, I would appreciate it. He said 5 minutes. If you don't mind.
I'm sorry, did I seem a little aggressive when I asked you?
So are you in fear for danger or anything?
Well, let me tell you what. I don't know what it's doing. It's their fear.
Well, you're within view of the public, therefore no expectation of privacy exists.
I understand that, but I'm
Just
not.
like this gentleman here is allowed to report information.
I'm not familiar with that, so that's not. If I was an expert on it, I'd probably be on it. But I'm not, and I'll be honest.
Well, it's within your rights to
But
call
I
the
do-
police if you want to.
Absolutely. But I do have a friend who is an expert on it. That's why I said, if you don't mind, you said you're very fine.
Sure. Are you staying for waiting for the expert, mister? Hello? Hey, so what I was asking though is, so when you're unsure of something, is the government the first person you call?
No, but If I'm unsure if somebody's breaking the law or not, I will call.
If you're unsure. Does somebody have to be harmed, or do you just call because you're unsure about the law?
Because
hey, you know what, man? I don't know if it's against the law for you to stack chairs like that. Can you go ahead and call 911? I'm not really sure about the law on it.
Because I do know that it's not against the law.
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, then you would have to call.
Okay, so I should just call anytime I'm unsure about anything. Just call the government and ask them to save me.
I'm not saying the government. I'm saying
you need to find a new running mate.
I'm sorry, but let me tell you this much: if I'm not sure of something, yes. If I'm not sure if my neighbor's breaking the law or not, but it seems like somebody could be in danger. I don't know what that thing is. I'm not an expert on it.
You felt like you could be in danger?
I could be.
Oh shit!
Because I don't know.
Did you know you've been sitting right next to a busy highway for 3 hours at least?
Yeah.
You could be in danger.
Yeah. I could be in danger talking to you.
You are in danger standing by a highway. It's not a could be.
But
you definitely are. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's not a. I'm saying cars drive by constantly. Anything
but
can
let me
happen.
tell you,
we're all in danger.
I could be in danger talking to you because I don't know you.
Because you don't know me.
I don't know. Politics is a good thing.
I could be in danger talking to her, and I do know her.
Okay. Well,
you are.
That's my point. Yeah. So if I feel that I'm in danger, in one way or
who are you
another,
running against?
Huh?
Who's your opponent?
It's an at-large. So basically, there's 3 seats.
3 seats, like I
and
told
whoever
you
gets
earlier.
the highest votes gets in.
Okay, so we need to. How many people are running?
8.
All right. Well, hopefully you don't get one of the 3 seats, man.
That's your opinion, good buddy.
Well, I know it's my opinion. I didn't say it was a matter of fact. That was a. But we don't need people. We need what this guy's been talking about for the last 20 minutes. Community to take care of each other, to help each other, to voluntarily choose to do what's right. We got to stop calling the government for help, man.
Especially we know how bad Kirby police are already.
Well, that I can't help. But let me tell you one thing.
He delivers the message much better than me, though. I'm a dick. This guy is real nice about delivering a very sound message.
Well, he is.
I try.
That's why he's my friend.
You should listen to him more.
Well, maybe I should.
Not just listen.
I'm
but
not
take it
saying
into
you're
your
wrong.
heart.
Maybe I should.
Yeah. I'm a dick. I should stop. I am being a dick.
Okay. But let me tell you one thing. That's why he's my friend. And I do look up to him. Yeah. And I get a lot of advice from him. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. This is new to me.
Yeah.
I have not been here 20 years on city council for you to come and tell me all of this because this is new to me.
Well, obviously his platform of freedom and helping each other doesn't work because he failed at getting elected as mayor over and over
Hey,
again.
you're absolutely
But you know what?
right.
That's what being a good person does. You know,
But
it
you
doesn't
know-
always work in politics.
Let me tell you, man. It doesn't necessarily mean I'll quit. So we'll just leave it.
I hope you won't.
Yeah, we'll
I
just
really
leave
do.
it at that. I appreciate you guys. Thank
All
you
right,
for
I'll
coming
leave
out.
you for being a dick to your friend.
No.
Hey, I really do appreciate
Yeah,
it, sir.
absolutely. Thank you,
James,
guys.
and, you can reach out to me anytime. I'll do anything that. You want me to give you my number? Or
Yeah.
Have a good one. Good. Hey, if you need him again, his number is still 911. Okay, man.
Oh, there's another one.
Hey, your number is still 911, right?
There is a non-emergency number as well.
Okay, but if I'm scared, then 911 is the number to call. Is that right?
You know, your life is in danger and your safety is in danger.
Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for keeping us safe, brother.
Have a good one, bro.
All right.
Are you turning a new leaf, James?
What?
Well, are you turning a new leaf? Look at you.
A leaf?
Kind of being a little kind of teetering the statism fence
Oh,
here.
dude, I love licking their boots. Thanks.
Yeah.